Remember, as you work on opening up your root chakra, that your main goal is not simply opening up that root chakra, because you have 7 more chakras. Okay? So the whole idea of, using Bob Marley's song, Stir It Up, is important. Listen, stir it up is the key. When your chakra is open, beautiful. It's open, so let's keep that energy moving up. If you open up a chakra, but you don't visualize and understand that the energy needs to move upwards, you're going to end up with a blockage. A blocked chakra is represented, you'll see aspects of illness, psychological issues that are tied to that particular chakra if you have a block there. So you need to, when the chakra is open, the energy needs to keep flowing upwards. Another problem a lot of people have is they may have a chakra that's actually literally blown open, meaning it's open way too wide. And that can be a problem in the root chakra area. Again, the root chakra is associated also with your root, your core, who you are, where you came from. It's also associated with sexuality and sex energy. So you can imagine if your root chakra is too open, you're going to be leaking in that area. Okay, so all the energy that's coming up from earth that's supposed to be flowing through you is going to flow right there. It's not going to get any higher than your lower self, and it's going to leak. Okay, and people sometimes do this on purpose because they're working with their lower self so much, and they present themselves in a manner of, their sex energy, their root chakra energy is wide open, it's spilling all over. And when you're like that, you'll know it, because people will come to you all the time for one thing, for your sex energy. I'm not saying they're going to come to you for sex, because sex, intercourse, and all that is not the same as sex energy. Your sex energy is very potent. It's your creative energy. You need your sex energy to be flowing upwards through all your chakras, cleansing you so that you can create new things on this earth, so that your ideas can become real. When you leak that sex energy, you're gonna find that you're not actually doing the things that you say you're going to do. You're a dreamer, yes. To dream is good, and to implement and to create is better. So you need that creative energy. What happens when you're leaking out your root chakra is all the people out here that have a deficit in that area, all them sexy women, all them needy women or needy men, sexy men, whatever, they're gonna recognize, oh my God, this person has their root chakra, they're leaking hella sex energy. I want to be up under that, and so they're gonna be up under you, and you may feel flattered. It may make your chest puff up, whatever. It might make you feel good, but the reality is that they're going to be feeding off of your precious energy that you're leaking all over the place. A lot of guys is in this position, and they think that they're getting over. And we tend to put these men down. We be like, he's a dog, he's a gigolo, whatever. He got all these females and all this. But in reality, if you look at it energetically, the man is actually losing. He's creating a tremendous deficit in himself, because he's leaking his precious energy right at the root level. It's not going anywhere in his body, so he's leaking his precious energy. And what is he getting in return? Because there's a bunch of now energy vampires around him that like that juicy ass sex energy stuff. They're vampires, even though they might be pretty, sexy, handsome, whatever. They're still energy vampires, because they're coming at him, feeding off of his energy that he's leaking. Okay, so he has a deficit. On top of that, what they're giving him in return for that energy, they're giving him attention. But attention has no real value. Attention is like Monopoly money. It's only worth something if you're playing a game. Okay, feel me? So, and they're also giving him, not only are they giving him attention, which is worthless, but they're giving him all their needs. So the man that's leaking that sex energy is in deficit, because his energy isn't working through his body. And he's also taking on a lot of different people's needs. And at first, you know, he might like that look. He might like all these females clamoring for his attention, but give it some time and he's going to start to notice that he's drained. He does not have the energy that he wants to have. And because he's leaking at the root chakra, he's going to try to replenish that energy, but unless he closes that chakra a little bit, he's going to keep leaking. And that's where you see sex addiction. That's where you see guys that just cannot get enough females. And it's funny because they'll have a bunch of females and they'll all look the same. It'd be like, you're cheating on her to be with her, and them two females, they look exactly the same. They both got hazel eyes, they both got an afro, you know, they both look like this. It's like, why are you cheating on them? They all look exactly alike. What's the difference? And the guy even is at the point, he doesn't know what the difference is. He don't even know why he really does it. But he's doing it because he's leaking and he's trying to replenish. And you cannot replenish anything unless you close up that leak.